Hey everybody, this is Strategic Command World at War Total Realism Project TRP version 0.8.14a Lothos versus Machiafish. I am Lothos, I'm playing the Allies. This is turn 103. Last we left it, Japan was starting to shift its attack, looks like into the center. He gave up on the north, looks like he's retreating. In the Ethiopia area, I got my breakthrough. I got 2 units up against the city, so the city is now going to stay at 0 supply. So I think Ethiopia is basically on a downward spiral. We'll see what happens. I took a defensive approach again in Egypt and Libya because I'm running out of MPP, trying to get my carriers up to defend the Soviet convoy line. So the second carrier just came in. I haven't built any Indian-Australian units in a while, but I will soon, again. The good part is pretty much all the expensive stuff is gone. There he goes, hitting my MPP. Everything out. Let's see if I can kill anything. He started Barbarossa. That's interesting and very unexpected. Okay. Let's see what happens. This was not expected. He is taking the Air Force out, which is good. That's what you want to do. You want to make sure you can get all those Russian planes gone. I don't think he has the entire German Air Force there, though. Because he had them in Greece. He could have redeployed them, though. But he had just taken Crete, so I'm not sure. he's hitting Odessa so early. He needs at least one more turn before he can attack it. So the action started a little bit earlier than anticipated. So, welcome to the battle, the massive battle of maneuvers. Yep, he's got 2 guys already on that convoy line. Wait a minute. Oh, this was the Russian units that I had on the convoy line, so good. We have a mirror game going, so we may end up restarting that one soon. And we'll probably play the newer version of TRP, which hasn't been released. Him and I, we are still, I guess, just past the middle point of Barbarossa. So he's not doing too well, so he's thinking of just letting that one go. Should we begin shipments? Yes. This is... Yes, of course. Yes. Okay, what is this one? Next question to China. Sending supplies and equipment to Chinese government. 20 MP per turn for as long as we control Moscow, Stalingrad, and China is threatened. Sending this a boost China's income by the same amount, while also increasing China's national morale by 3,000 points. Yes. Wow, so we got hotbeds everywhere. One, two, three, four. So he can't get to the headquarters. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't get to the headquarters either. Okay. I am thinking of railing these 2 divisions out, putting them somewhere else. Normally I would sit there and fight, but let's do the easy ones. That's an easy one. And that's an easy one. Definitely an easy one. That's an easy one. send him this way. Go find a city to defend. We do have a garrison unit. We'll put him there. Next turn, I'm going to get 2 garrison units. We can place them in those locations. They won't get full entrenchment, unfortunately. Okay. Anything that I can build back cheap? Not yet. I'm not going to rail Zukov over there yet, because it's kind of a... He's not supposed to be available, so I'm going to hold back, just for the spirit of the game. Alright, so, what do we got here? Let me see. Let's rail him here. Well, I still can. My thinking is he's just trying to get that resource so he can collect both the resource and the industrial center, the MPP. I'm thinking, but we'll see. We'll come back to that. So we've got Indian 1st Paratrooper Unit. Let's look at our offensive here. Nice. The reason why I attacked him is he still gets morale damage. I think it's 30%, so it's significant. Not quite there. I was hoping... hoping to get 0. Okay. I couldn't help myself on that one. That was just a quick shot at him. It's definitely worth it. So let's see. If I want maximum supplies, that'll get him up to both of these guys to 6 so I can reinforce them. They're at full strength, so they don't need it. Alright. So that port is going to surrender now. Let's go shut this port back down. Actually, it should come to us with the taking of the capital. So he was max entrenchment. That artillery got a shot off that really did some serious damage. Ouch. Ah, no wonder I can't upgrade him. Okay. Now we got to look at the carriers. Those are the really... Need to get those carriers. Okay, so I only got one to upgrade, so I'm almost done. Oof, expensive. Alright, so let's send light cruiser. Alright, it's nothing. Destroyer. Keep the carriers off the line in case the German fleet has come out. So he'll just attack the cruisers then. So we have 107 MPP left. Uh-oh. Did we crash? Uh-oh. I'm hoping it's just uploading the saved game. So we had a crash, folks. Let's see where it left off. Uh-oh. Didn't get my HQ, so we'll move him over. And I guess on the good side, it reminded me over here. Oops. Because I needed to reinforce that HQ. Fortunately, now we know that there was nothing there, so I can travel to this area in safety. Not necessarily fair to him, but I'm gonna travel there anyways. Don't suspect the German Navy will be coming out because they gotta deal with the Russian fleet. On the good side, though, starting next turn, I can start building Australian units and stuff, but I'm going to be sending a lot of MPP to the Russians. So it's going to hurt. I need to have continuous reinforcements coming in. That first turn is always hurts for the Russians because you don't get much MPP. So, and the good side is he didn't wipe out all the units in the front, so he's got to deal with some stuff here. So he's probably do cleanup here, Odessa, probably Uman. He's got to get through this guy. Oh. All right. ASW. Let's do our normal ASW stuff. long-range aircraft. Darn it. That destroyer needs supplies. He knows these guys are here, so let's move them. Want to do some damage to NPP just to lower his money a little. It's all clear weather now, so. Alright, let's move a fighter up so I can continue to see what's going on. I think we're looking pretty good over there. Let's take another peek at China because I have 104 MPP still. And I think I was thinking of getting this guy. No, I can't rail him. We're gonna have to march him to this. But what we can do is bring him down. Bring him down. And we'll use this HQ for supplies. He can't command, but he can make sure that the communist units have supplies. Alright, so what else? We can still build a corps, which I think we do. It'll be in September. Alright, let's build our last infantry corps. Alright. He's going to keep focusing on here. When he gets closer to here, I'm going to have to retreat this line. So I think that's about it. Oh, this battleship is now ready. That's the other thing I gotta keep in mind is this. I've got these battleships that can do damage. At some point, I'm gonna start getting aggressive. Not right now, but at some point. Alright, I gotta put him on 5 supply spot so that he can then build another fortress. And I want to get this last hex here. Let's put him there so we get maximum supply. Yeah, I'm not going to attack yet. I don't want the losses. think that's about it. This is where I'm focused on heavily. I'm worried because I showed him some things to do in our other games, so I'm wondering if he's going to try to do them against me. His early attack is what I did. It was the first, in our other game, it was the first time I ever was ready to do a barb in May. Usually I'm not ready until June. And it did have catastrophic effects because I was so ready for it. Mainly because of Yugoslavia and Greece not putting up a fight. I was able to take Greece out and really fast, and Yugoslavia just joined me. I was able to beat him a lot quicker. So like I gave him a fight here in our game. So I don't think he was fully prepared, but prepared enough. On the newer version of TRP that hasn't been released yet, the weather has a higher chance of being bad in May for the South because it is devastating for the Russians, or it could be devastating for the Russians if Germany gets an early barb. So we got to make it at least a random chance where the Russians can survive. All right. So we're going to start getting a lot of mobilization reserve events, which I desperately need to start covering all of these other areas. But overall, I think we're pretty good shape. One last check on diplomacy. That's right, we have the Russian one. Let's do Colombia. I really need the U.S. to get that bump. I don't know where he's focusing his diplomacy. I don't see anything. Turkey is quiet. Spain's quiet. Sweden's quiet. Alright, so U.S. What do we got for research? I don't want to do anything yet. What I really want is a carrier. If I build it now, it will show up in 1942. Oh, the Saratoga looks nice. Our first U.S. unit built. And you can kind of do this. You gotta always keep that in mind that the U.S. does get sharing technology with the British. So it's easier for the British to keep everything going than it is for the U.S. Because at some point the U.S. has to shift mainly into production because his MPP is not at full. And my West Coast is finally up at 5. Nice. I do need to put a note. I thought there was a tooltip here. It says don't garrison the West Coast. Like these. I need to add a tooltip to the West Coast. Alright, everybody. I think... Oh, we got the Moscow militia. Where do I want to send him? Where do I want to send him? My thinking right now is nowhere because I don't have the MPP and I don't really want to... Oh, I guess I could have him take this spot here. So I don't have to spend the 20 MPP to ship him out. Alright. So before we end this, let's take a quick peek of what's coming. So for the UK, we got more Australian Indian units coming in June, nothing in May. We got in August Free France tactical. The U.S. is the carrier. For the Russians, we've got 2 garrison units coming next turn. Or maybe the turn after that. I think it's next. No. Yeah, I think it's next turn. And then in July, an artillery unit. In August, the anti-air. This is going to be helpful. Because he's going to have air. He has air dominance, and he's going to have it for a long time. Then none of these. All these units are all in September 41. We built 2 more infantry corps. We got armor and HQs and stuff. So it's just mobilize reserves. That's what we're going to be getting. That is our forces for a while. All right. Let's end this and get it going. Yeah, that headquarters being trapped, that happened to me in our game too. When I was the Axis, I was able to get it out, but he's not going to be able to get it out. I'm going to be able to hit it. Here comes the Finns. Does the Murmansk supplies get hit this round? Does he have subs up there? That comes in handy. Command and control too. And nothing was hit by the subs. And the Russians are at 700 MPP. 697, so just 700. Everything came in, and they're sending some supplies to China. Alright, good. Good. Alright, everybody. Leave comments. Let me know what you think. And here's Barb.